fish should turn you off.
Poor fish. Poor fishies.
Yeah, don't go floppy.
That's not what you want.
No, you don't want to go floppy. I don't have a splash screen up, so we're just live now.
I see myself. Can I
Are we
share this?
live?
I can, yeah. Yeah, we are.
Why is my tablet not saying we're live?
Can you
Go
refresh?
back out and maybe. Oh, there I am. Very cool. Not a
Nice.
bad little shot there.
I think the two viewers are you and I.
Yeah.
I used to do a bit of oh yeah, you
I can hear us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you used to do tons of streaming. Like
Yeah, I used to.
channel
Yeah, it was
stuff.
my main thing. Like,
Yeah.
then YouTube decided to shit itself and like
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
no more viewers for you. It's like, oh, thanks.
So how many viewers did you start with, and then like how many did they take away?
On average, there's about 30 viewers each stream,
Yeah, nice.
and then
yeah.
the YouTube algorithm got changed, and that was it. It was went down to like 4 or 5. I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah.
it happened to a lot of people. Like I knew a guy was getting like 300 viewers of the
Yeah.
stream, and just bang, just gone.
Yeah. God, that sucks.
It
But
does.
no, I don't know. It's probably to do with like, you know, well, I think Google owns. Does Google own YouTube now?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah,
it's all
like
part of the Google group.
yeah, everything's like monetized now.
Yeah.
Like can you spend money to like promote your stuff on YouTube?
Not on YouTube, but you can do it like through Facebook and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, if you
yeah.
want to do that sort of way.
Yeah, everything's like, you know, geared that way now. Like, you know, back doing like band stuff. If you didn't promote it with money, like no one would see it on Facebook. It would just
Yeah,
it would be
exactly right.
invisible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just shit. But but no, streaming's good. Like, used to do a bit of Twitch streaming and
Yeah, yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
it was a good lockdown thing.
It was annoying because I sort of got a new computer and stuff ready to stream, and I just sort of stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I finally got a computer that can handle like streaming and
Yeah.
playing games at the same time and that sort of stuff, and I just sort of like, I can't be bothered now.
Yeah. Oh, you know, when you lose your viewer base, it's like
Yeah, I was
you know,
a bit after that, but
yeah.
mm.
Nah, it's a bit of a bummer. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind streaming some like TTS games or something like that.
Yeah,
That'd
I've
be
tried to
pretty
do a
cool.
bit of that.
Yeah.
TTS is very frustrating to use though as a 40k game because
Yeah.
you go to plonk something down, everything just goes flying.
It goes
everywhere.
flying. Yeah.
And half it doesn't load for your opponent.
I've set it up so that I can like just upload my my Battlescribe lists into it, and it'll basically like load the list for me.
Yeah,
so that's handy.
I
But
never got that involved into it.
yeah, but I imagine it would be a pain in the bum to play. Like even just drawing line of sight and stuff like that would just be annoying.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, but and moving things would take age. I know you can move things as a unit, but you know, moving every little
It's not
model.
too bad, but yeah, just doing that
yeah.
sort of fine movement's like really annoying.
Mm.
Really, it's just tricky to get like that little like inch and half an inch like so like just
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, measuring coherency.
Yeah.
You're going to actually get the little tool out and
Exactly,
measure and stuff. So, yeah, but no.
It was good though, especially during lockdown when you couldn't play anything at all. Like it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Exactly
yeah,
right,
better,
yeah.
And I guess it's like the only way to play 40k where you have all the models or anything that you want, like just
that's right,
like, in a digital form. Like
Exactly.
before I played 40, like way before I ever even thought about getting into 40k, like when I was younger, like I used to go to Toy World and see the codexes, or whatever, the models and stuff.
Sell that
I know, that was the good old days. And I used to think like, why not just make this a video game? Like that would be awesome.
Exactly
and,
right.
Yeah, and then obviously now as you know, an adult, like it's obvious they would just make way less money doing
Exactly
that.
right,
like, but I don't know.
I remember when Dawn of War first came out and everyone was worried it was actually going to kill the models.
Oh, there you go.
Actual miniature game.
Oh
but,
no, that would have made them heaps of money.
Yeah,
that
exactly
game.
right. Yeah.
I mean that
So
was my first exposure to 40k. Like I don't think I'd really I'd come across it like in the past, like seeing the books and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I'd sort of seen, a few of the characters and storyline and stuff, and just the gameplay. That game was so
it
good.
still is good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, good day, Dave. Welcome to the stream. That's my brother Darren, not your girlfriend.
I almost told my dads to tune in, but I was like, I should probably get bored. She used to watch a bit of the Twitch stuff, but yeah.
Oh, my wife normally pops in during a tea break at work to say hello.
Mrs. Rolfus.
Mrs. Rolfus, yeah.
Nice.
Decided to stay a bit earlier, Daz, just because why not?
Yeah.
I'm just sort of here sitting talking anyway, so I might as well start it. Yeah. Is the volume and that sort of stuff alright? I did check before we started, but you know what streams are like, they can soon go pear-shaped.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've met Daz before, but when you mentioned about Tazdaz, I realised that I had actually seen his content before, like Tazzy icon.
Yeah. Oh, because I went through my when I put up on YouTube that I was going to go live at 7, I just started it through that, so it probably didn't really send out a proper notification to people. That's why it didn't come up in your stream, I suppose. On the old Furphy tonight. Going the old, what we're going to call it probably, I would call this like a beer hammer sort of stream or something.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, Furphy's sort of like, it's almost taken over like the Bogues. You don't really see, Bogues draft anymore. It's sort of Furphy, yeah. No, it's a good beer.
It's not bad. It's like, it's not super strong, but it's not weak. It's like a mid-strength sort of beer. It's actually a good in-between sort of one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, a higher mid beer.
Yeah, exactly. You can also have a few extra without going over.
Oh my god, Cooper's Sparkling has been my undoing a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure that's like 6%.
Yeah, old days knows about the old Cooper Sparkling. Yes.
I mean, it's an awesome beer, but my god.
It's a really good beer.
I love the pale too. Yeah. Back when I was like first or second year uni, I used to do this thing that I'd call the stoplight, because I don't know why. Yeah. But I'd get a long neck of the stout, the sparkling, and the pale ale, so it was like red, green, yellow. Yeah. The stout is good too. I think the Cascade's better, but I do like the stout,
Yeah, I've had many a good nights on the old Cascade stout.
Yeah. Cascade stout is legendary.
It is. It's actually quite epic. It's especially you can find it on tap.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I've never had it on tap.
There's at the Republic Bar. Actually, I was watching overnight, Daz. We went to see Sodom live at the Republic Bar. that was a good night.
When was that?
When was it? That would have been early 2000s. It would have been early 2000s.
Yeah, epic.
About 2007, I reckon. Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah. Have you seen many gigs at the Briz?
No, I haven't seen hardly anyone. I've seen Nightwish live, Sodom live, and that's about it really. Actual bands, but I haven't really seen many live bands.
Yeah, because normally the metal bands play at the Brisbane when they come to
Tasmania. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah,
that's it kind of suits it. It's got a bit of like a metal vibe.
Yeah. I think last Friday there was some bands playing at the Brisbane. I think Ben wanted to go, but it was 18 plus.
Okay, yeah. No, the music scene in Taz is a bit strange at the moment. It's
I suppose it'd be the same anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I think in Victoria it's just completely dead. But here there's been heaps of cancellations.
Yeah, well, it was really good for a while. But
it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, obviously things went downhill.
Yes, I was a bit drunk that night, Daz.
It happens sometimes.
Oh, it certainly does, especially around us Rolfs. It gets a bit crazy sometimes.
Around what?
The old Rolfs.
Yeah.
Nice. We'd like a drink.
So when's Tazdaz gonna start an army?
I think he's quite excited to play the Nids when I get them painted up.
Oh, nice.
He's always been a big Tyranid fan.
Nice. Yeah. I can see him doing orcs big time. Yeah.
He looks like an orc. Should we post around the socials a bit more? Or?
Yeah, let's do it. I posted in the thing. Actually, I might even just post it to my timeline. So talking of Nids and orcs, actually.
Which I both started recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, yeah. There's a few new projects on the go, and I guess you call Gene Stealers sort of a new project as well.
They are,
like,
yeah.
It's like a renewed project.
It is.
Yeah.
So orcs were just more like I've got a whole bunch of crap I want to make into something, so I'll make an orc army. I've got quite a nice little deal on some stuff, so I'll put that together. That's all painted, ready, or not painted, but like undercoated, ready to go, the old airbrush. And then Nids have got another good deal on those, so I thought I'll start a Nid army, so yeah. Oh yeah, Warhammer Fantasy was so good in the day. I don't know if it was just the people or the actual game, but my god.
What's that?
Warhammer Fantasy?
Yeah, I don't know much about it. The models are insane. Like, I love the models. Like they look, compared to the AOS stuff, like they look a bit like dorky now, but they are amazing. Like, full of character.
Apparently Daz is saying, do a YouTube post saying I'm live.
Nice.
I think I might have I actually put the wrong date in my first post, but today we're a bit more on schedule. Sorry, just doing the social, sorry people. There we go. Yeah, I normally talk to Daz about like YouTube sort of stuff. He's like my YouTube lawyer. he knows all the YouTube stuff in and out.
It's a skill. Like, it's totally a skill. My Daz is watching the show at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's about like influencers and just the amount of time and people with humongous channels. Like, it is. It's the life commitment.
It is.
It's like, it's crazy. This content creator on Instagram, she just does these like silly, 10, 15 second little clips, like little meme clips, and she does that full time and has hired out a whole house to like film them in. And has like a kitchen and so, like, it's actually insane. Like, it's
pretty crazy. Like,
what it is, I guess. I don't know.
That's what good thing about 40k content. It's both a blessing and a curse. It's hard to do, so it's not flooded.
Exactly.
But it's hard to do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Daz. You shared it to his channel for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's it is probably a good thing that you can't just like pump out a battle report in like 10 minutes.
Well, we could the other day. We won't spoil it, but
true. Oh no. Yeah, true.
Alright, hang on. I'm doing the socials behind the scene, people.
Yeah. I don't know. It's funny seeing the different channels like do their own takes on like the battle report. Like, you've got things like Tabletop Tactics and Tabletop Titans and stuff, where they have that like studio feel, and then you've got on the other end of the spectrum like Winters and yourself, where it's like more that organic, sort of looking over the shoulder kind of, you're there at the table kind of feel.
Exactly.
So, it's actually like quite a broad sort of medium, the battle report.
It really is. You just got to do what you want to do. If you try to like just go what people want you to do, you just got to get in trouble no matter what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No.
Because I love like the winter sort of feel.
No, I agree. I'm more tailored towards that style. Because Winters himself is just such a legend. It's just hilarious. But
have I done this right? Probably not.
And you don't actually see much focus on like narrative stuff.
You really don't.
Like at the moment, there's such a big focus on competitive play. I think Winters is sort of like one of the only ones that is sort of consistently doing narrative things. But even if he's playing a competitive game, he still puts like a narrative twist on it with like the way he narrates and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's cool. Like, I love that he can kind of do both.
Oh, Daz wants to do a freeway with us with a challenge. A freeway food challenge.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That'd be killer.
Welcome to the stream. I think we're getting some people now in the stream, apart from Daz and ourselves. Welcome everyone. Say hello in the stream. We can say hello back.
G'day.
But yeah, I think tournament play has sort of been dragging me down a bit. Just it's too much. It really is.
It definitely was like earlier on, like you know, the GT before the one that just went like, you know, you were considering not even playing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, then you didn't really get the result that you were sort of
looking for. It was a pretty bad result.
Like everything's just so finely tuned in the competitive match. Like you know, sometimes if one little thing doesn't go your way, you can just lose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and that thing might be going second or you know, sometimes going first might lose you the game.
It can do. Like going first can be as bad as going second.
Exactly. But luckily in the second GT you got
better. I just find like I played a practice game the other day against James Stewart, and I just wanted to charge something and kill something in combat. But even that was just a struggle.
Yeah,
I didn't want to win the game.
Exactly.
I just wanted to do something.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh, g'day Roger the Pirate. Welcome to the stream, and also Regan. G'day. Regan's in the house.
Yeah. It can definitely be straining. Like, there's definitely a limit as to how much, you know, competitive I can play in a row. Like, we were saying off camera before, like, you know, game 5 of the recent GT, I was just like, God, I'm having fun, but I'm just so like burnt out.
Exactly right.
I'm like trying to beat the other person as hard as I
exactly
can. It's
right.
like, you know, like but you know,
it is. Like in my last game of the GT, I went up against Shannon's Grey Knights. I knew it was a good army, and I went second. At that point, I was like, oh, I pretty much lost. So I felt the pressure was at least a bit. I sort of played my best, but yeah, she's pretty full on.
Yeah, it's definitely like a.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Rolfus too. Didn't see you there. Hello. Sorry, don't want to be
Mrs. Rolfus tuning in from work.
Oh, sure. Just reminded me, but I've got your jumper somewhere.
Oh,
actually, it might be right there. Is that your jumper?
Oh, it is.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I totally. So I got this just the other day, so I wouldn't have even noticed.
Oh,
like, it hasn't like, you know.
Well, it's being washed and everything, I believe. So there you go.
Yeah. No, like casual competitive play, like playing one-off games.
Yeah.
You know, experimenting a bit. Like I love that, but
100%. Yeah.
I love tournaments. Like I think I am a competitive person.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it suits me, but
yeah.
It does kind of like in a way bring some bad vibes into
can
the hobby.
do,
like
yeah.
it definitely can do. But yeah.
I think my first competitive experience wasn't 40k. It was actually Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And I was actually playing with Brian, my mate, and we played again. It was like a two-headed. It was like a 2 versus 2 match. I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
But we played a stasis deck like first game.
Yeah.
And it was just like we're sitting there, you just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're playing this tournament. And you couldn't
God damn it.
It was like literally you put a card down, you had no land because your land was untapped, whatever. You couldn't do anything. That's why I sort of feel like competitive players become a bit like in 40k where you're sort of not really playing the game sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're not really interacting with the game. Like you're just watching your opponent roll all these dice at you and you're just making saves and just hoping for the best.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think because 40k doesn't have alternating activations, like it can definitely feel like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes. My God, playing the pre-nerf AdMech was definitely
that.
That. It was like it was just ridiculous.
That was
like,
crazy.
It was just nuts.
We started a bit earlier, Roger, because we just sort of sitting here talking, so it's almost started earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it sort of works with the YouTube, like when you do like a pre-start time of a live stream, but yeah, we got there in the end. We're here now.
Yeah. No. But I don't know. The game. I haven't actually played a lot of the big lists that are doing well at the moment. Like I haven't played the Coven Drukhari yet. I'd probably say Iron Hands is one of the better lists at the moment. I've played that a couple of times, and I haven't played the new Tyranids with like the new Leviathan rules, and the Crusher Stampede stuff. But I do feel like the meta is definitely like a lot friendlier at the moment than it has been.
Oh,
in the
100%.
past. Like,
Oh, God, yeah.
the AdMech thing was just ridiculous, and thankfully I didn't play this either. But the freebooter like plane spam list for orcs like that.
It's just
that was
great.
another like, okay, this one plane like hits on a 5 or whatever, and it has like 40 shots.
Yeah.
And then you give that plane +1 to hit. Like your whole army gets +1 to hit. And you know, you just basically like math your opponent off.
Exactly
the table.
right.
Like, yeah. It's
It was clearly broken. Like
yeah.
8th edition was just not a great edition in the end, but most editions sort of get to a point where it's just everything's a bit wonky and a bit broken. It's been a new edition, but Knife's been really good. There's been a few things where like the AdMech book and Drakari to a point, and especially the Orc list with freebooters, it's just not right.
It just wasn't right.
But, it just wasn't right from
yeah.
the get-go, but hopefully they do fix it pretty quick now.
And, you know, those...
See you, Mrs. Rolfus. Have a good night at work.
See you, thanks
While
for
we sit and
the
drink beer and talk Warhammer.
Yeah. So those armies have obviously, like, found other alternatives, like, to build around. So, you know, the books are obviously, like, diverse enough.
Exactly,
but, like, I mean, I'm glad that Drakari have something else to play, because, you know, I'd hate to see an army just get, like, nerfed out of existence.
Yeah.
But AdMech, I think, are doing okay, but they didn't get many, like, points drops.
They got nothing in return.
They got the Castellan robot point drop, and they recently won a GT with, like, Castellan robot spam.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be a thing,
Yeah.
but, you know, James, who plays AdMech locally, isn't a fan of the robots. But
No. I love the robot. They're awesome.
I think they could. I think they could do some work.
Abaddon's a little bit away. I'm sorry, Dave. The Chaos Marines are in a very poor state at the moment, like rules wise and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got a few other armies going to focus on. Then once Chaos gets a little love, I might get them out and start painting them up.
Yeah, actually, that's a list that I've been seeing pop up every now and then. Like basically Abaddon, and then a heap of just Forge World stuff. Because you know, Forge World. It's almost like a new codex, I guess. But yeah,
that's always another like really, I suppose not a robot, but like a real barrier is when you live in Tasmania.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah, you know, you can't just go and buy some Forge
World exactly.
things. Like,
that's probably an Australian-wide thing, but like just like the gaming group and that sort of thing. Like,
yeah. So you know, there's a lot of like 3D printing and stuff. Like, thankfully, we have that to get around it somewhat. But you know, if you were to buy actual Forge World now, like it'd take so long to get here, and it's just so expensive. Oh man, if I ever go to the UK, I'm just gonna go nuts. Just buying models.
True.
I'm just gonna take like a suitcase.
I'm guessing that's Brian in the chat there. Rexall saying cock. That's one of our catchphrases when we say hello to each other. So remember that's you, Brian.
Actually, Pete's partner recently went to England, and I think on the way back we should have got her to bring a suitcase back.
Yeah, exactly. Bring back the plastic crack or resin crack. Oh, g'day, Brian. It's good to see you in the chat. Awesome. We're catching up on Friday, which is really good. You might have to bring out. You might have to borrow a Baden. Although I know you're an Emperor's Children's player, so you can't use him. Black Legion are just so bad at the moment.
But
they, like you said, got some builds, but they're not.
It's literally just, you know, Forge World stuff, and that's it. It's
exactly. That's like the Tyranids. Like, I literally bought a box of Tyranids. I was like, oh, okay, and there's a metal list in there.
Exactly.
In the old days, I'm pretty sure Forge World wasn't allowed in tournaments. Forge World to name characters, like back in like the early 2000s.
Named characters.
Wow,
God, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it was interesting back in those days.
God, imagine what's his name? Drazar, actually Val. Val's the one that, if I could delete not even one character, but probably one unit from the game, it would be Morven Val. Like, I've come undone to Morven a couple of times, and I'm just not a fan.
I've just always found thankfully the Necrons are a good counter to the sisters, and it's always not an easy game, but it's not difficult.
Yeah, definitely.
But I could see how she could wreck some armies.
Yeah. Oh, in the recent GT, like 3 Redemptors is just woefully bad into like Morvenvale melter guns. Like when you're re-rolling, and this is with a 5-up invul too. Like when you're re-rolling hits and wounds against the target, but then everything else is re-rolling ones to hit and wound. It's just
which is basically rolling against the wound because hitting on freeze and winning on freeze.
Yeah. Like I know she's expensive, but like once you put that
not when she's got the buffs.
When you put that buff on a unit like a cheap unit, you just get so much mileage out of them. It's insane. Like Sacrosanct with re-rolling everything. It's just brutal. Then you've got like exploding 6s and +1 to hit, and it's oh man, sisters are very
ignoring all the AP -1 and AP -2 becomes AP -1 and it's brutal.
It is brutal because you then have to hit them with a -3 to get them to their invul.
Yeah, that's where Necrons are good.
Exactly. And I learnt the hard way, and this is like bad list building on my behalf. Like, obviously Liam and Henry are both going to be like making their way up, the ranks in the tournament. So I probably should have thought about what they might be bringing. Yeah. And I just didn't even think about Sacrosanct. What is it? Valorous Hard Sacrosancts?
The ignore minus.
Ignore -1. Reduced 2 to 1. Like, didn't even think about that. Yeah. And ran into both of them in the tournament. It's just like, oh my lord. Like, because I just had nothing to shoot them with. Like, I could have shot them with like a macroplasma, but I needed to sort of like shoot other stuff. Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, I played that game against Liam on my channel. I can't remember which. I don't think I was even taking Mefford in that army. I'm not too sure now.
I might have been doing a custom. I can't remember.
Yeah, I might have taken a custom one. Yeah. And the -2 is just not enough. But since you're -3, melt them. I'm going to grab another beer, so I'm going to slide it out of the screen. Would you like another beer?
Oh, yes, please.
And then I'll slide it back in a second.
What we got here? Oh, Regan's at the pub. Nice.
Oh,
nice. Excellent.
Alright, so we've got our beers again. Any questions in the chat there for us? Always want to keep us ranting about whatever we're ranting about at the time?
So... we'll see if we get some questions. So... Yeah, you were thinking about selling the Gene Stealers.
I was, yes.
Yeah, and you're happy you didn't now?
Very happy. I don't know, I just had a bad feeling because a lot of the armies during the transition from 8th to 9th just changed so dramatically.
Yeah. Well, it's a valid thought because, like, they were just the worst army in the game. It's, like, hard to keep, especially when you want to get new armies or whatever, like, keeping an army on your shelf that is just so bad. Yeah. Like, it's a tough decision.
Like, they were so much fun to play, but they were just terrible. Roger says, nice beer. Yes, it is nice. Did we talk about Furphy on stream or before the stream?
I think it was on stream, yeah.
Good beer.
That's a good drop. Yeah,
we had quite in-depth conversation about that, actually.
Good generalised beer, yeah.
Daz asked, what's the most AP 40k race?
OP?
OP. I'm going to say Drukhari.
Yeah, I think...
That might be like a personal thing because that's a whole other thing. Like, because you can play one army which will smash everyone. Yeah. But like my Necrons used to go against Lewis and just die. Yeah. So Black Templars are like just smashing my army. Yeah. Probably not so much now. I sort of got some new stuff and play better.
True.
But I just find Drukhari just pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They really are.
I think over the course of I don't know when they got their book, but since they've had their book,
it was pretty early on, I think.
Yeah. I don't think they've not had like a list or an army that hasn't been like not just good, but like insanely good. Like it started with the Raider spam, and then that got nerfed. Yeah. They were still just fine. And then they got big nerfs on the witch cult stuff. Yeah. And they've gone to covens now, which we're already kind of getting played. Like Kronos lists were already around.
They were.
Like, Shannon played one in the tournament. I can't remember if Kronos got a points reduction or not, but when Talos got it, and Protoss got it,
they did,
and Rax, like, I don't know what Rax costs at the moment, but they are like most cost-effective unit in the game. Like, they're just insanely good.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember that tournament we went to, Brian? If you're still in the chat there, the two brothers playing the stasis deck, because I'll go back to that a little bit. Because I find the Drakari, like, if I play your Black Templars and you smash me, it's not like turn 4 I get smashed.
Yeah.
If I play Drakari, I'm not going to be lost before I even had a turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, they'll just come in, they'll swarm the board, they'll kill your key targets, and like, I've got nothing to fight back with.
Yeah, totally. No, they're very good. I think AdMech at their best were definitely up there as well as being like OP, but I think they're a lot more manageable now.
So Brian does remember that was a long time ago now, but that will always stay with me, that tournament. But I think AdMech, everyone just knew it was just wrong.
Exactly. It was stupid,
Whereas Drakari, it's sort of like a bit,
Like, if you went through the mechanics they got as well, I mean, they still do, but it's just much more expensive now. Like, they almost got every single mechanic in the game except for, like, miracle dice.
Yeah, exactly right,
It's like, I'll try and tag this blob. Well, they can fall back and shoot.
Exactly,
I'll sit in cover so I can get, a 2-up save or whatever.
But
it's like, ignore cover for 5 points. Like, become Imperial Fist for 5 points.
But
like, on a 20-man unit, like, it just was a bit much.
It was just crazy.
Yeah, and like transhuman and ignore AP1, AP2, and +1 save. It's just, I mean, they can still do all that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can stack the Lucius buff
with
the Doctrina now. So it's
like a 3-up save instead of like a 2-up save.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was just ridiculous. Like, but no, at the moment the game definitely feels a lot more like, closer in terms of who could win, or who could win majors or whatever. Like, reading Goonhammer articles, there's like a fair bit of diversity at the top at the moment, whereas there was a period of time where it was just like AdMech, Drakari, Drakari.
Right,
like all the top 4s were just AdMech, Drakari, and it just means that your game's in a bad state. So
it does, But I think it's pretty good now. I looked at the last lot, and it was Drakari, a bit of AdMech here, Protoss here. So
yeah.
But it also does depend majorly on your local gaming group and that sort of thing.
That's the thing. Like, I think for like new players that are looking to get into tournament play or whatever, like. Yeah, like there's no point really worrying about like the worldwide meta per se, because like if there's no point building like a list that counters like Coven Drakari when no one at your local actually plays that list. You know what I mean?
Was there even a Drakari player at the last G2?
I don't think there was. No. Yeah, there wasn't a single one. So yeah, in Hobart, like you're probably gonna look more to tech into like. What you got to be able to beat Space Marines, like that's the first step. Like, can you beat Space Marines? Like, yes, then you can kind of like look to beat some of those like harder lists, because it's probably a good chance you're going to come up against Space Marines.
There's going to be a lot of Space Marines.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Marines are like hard to tech into because there's just so many good weapons against what Marines do at the moment. So then you'd probably look at like. Well, there's a few Necrons players, like Death Guard.
There's even a few Chaos around.
There's a few Chaos, There's a couple. Henry and Liam on Sisters, like, as I found out, if you can't beat either of those two, like, you might have a bad time, like, so...
But I think you can go to a tournament nowadays and have a good time. Like, you're gonna lose a couple of games.
Yeah.
Which, I go to a tournament trying to win, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes it a bit harder.
I definitely do. Like, everyone has their own way of like enjoying tournaments. Like some people It's like, you know, Matt, like the only time he plays the game is when he goes to tournaments.
Yeah.
And he just like has a great time.
He loses like all his games.
Yeah,
Has the
yeah,
best
exactly.
time
Yeah,
ever.
just has the best time, and like playing him is just like a great game. Like he's just a top dude. Like he has amazing looking models. Like his army
exactly
always
right,
looks
yeah.
fantastic. So yeah, you definitely get like a bit of a mix at tournaments. Like you get new players that like they're playing their first tournament or whatever, and yeah, so it's cool. It's a good vibe. Yeah.
Oh, g'day Brendan, welcome to the stream. I remember you from Daz's streams. Darren's asked about 3D printers and making my own models.
Yeah, I think you should get a 3D printer. I think that's the next step for you.
Maybe. I'm always a bit funny. I'm especially very funny about China, what we call China cast, where like you just get like China replicas from China.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, China cast.
Yeah.
I don't like that sort of stuff, to be honest.
Mm.
I mean, as much as Games Workshop really annoys me and they're really painful to, you know, they're a painful company, they do sort of like, you got to support them, I suppose. Yeah.
I think for like really obscure Forge Worldy stuff, or like just little, say like a gun.
Yeah, like your heads were 3D printed, weren't they?
Yeah.
Helmets,
So
that's fine.
Yeah, like, you know, some third party stuff, but I actually don't like recast stuff, like the actual properties of it. Like I hate, like it's very brittle, very easy to break, so I kind of stay away from it for that reason. But yeah, like you say, like I know Games Workshop stuff is expensive as hell, but like if the reality is if you don't buy their stuff, like, you know, they won't stick around.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like,
yeah.
So, yeah. But,
Oh yeah, terrain's good. Ratlander, I'm not too sure you are, but welcome to the stream. 3D printed terrain seems fine. 100%. And little bits and bobs are good, but yeah, I think you got to support the company that's, you know, making the game, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the other thing is like the models are just so good.
Oh,
like
they're crazy, man.
Oh my god. Like looking at the Age of Sigmar stuff, like that is just like it's amazing. And like the new stuff coming out for 40k now, like I just feel like they're taking their sculpts just to the next level.
Exactly
like,
right.
Like all this new like mono pose stuff, it's so like dynamic it's insane.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty epic.
Hello Albert, welcome to the stream. He said the band word.
No. Sometimes we all say the band word.
Launceston's the bad word.
Oh, why is Launceston the bad?
It's a very, very long story. That's more to do with Daz's chats and that sort of thing.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, long story short, I probably wouldn't get into 3D printing myself. I think
fair enough.
It's just another thing you got to do, whereas a lot of people do it and
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to
Get things off in
Yeah,
between.
exactly right, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, on eBay, you see a lot of just like people with a printer in their garage that are just like selling guns and stuff.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So
I do have a few bits and bobs. Like I got some 3D printed Genestealer Colts with rock saws.
Oh yeah, nice.
Because
yeah,
that's another story there.
Yeah.
You got to pay like $60 to get one rock saw, and you need two.
Oh,
per
what?
unit.
Oh, because there's just one in the box.
One in the box.
Oh my god, yeah.
But again, that's why I like the new Genestealer Colts, because I think the other mining weapons are good.
That I was reading a thing, and just like a review on the new book last night by, I don't know if you know John Lennon, but he's just like one of the best players in the world. Loves Tyranids, loves Genestealer Colts, like they're his thing. And he was saying like all those mining weapons, like rock saws, are basically the worst of the pick now.
They could be, yeah.
So,
I've only watched a little bit of the Auspex Tactics. Hopefully the book should be arriving Tuesday. I've watched it on a big enough channel to get pre-releases. Maybe one day that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
one thing I didn't realise, they only have 4 core units in the book. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much, but
Not really.
It just kind of struck me as weird. So they'd have like neophytes, I think metamorphs are called.
Acolytes.
Yeah, acolytes.
And I think jackals.
Yeah, I think jackals might be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. No.
That's one thing I've never got into was Warhammer Total War. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've got Xbox Games Pass for PC, and I think the brand new game is just coming to Games Pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just be able to play it for free.
Oh,
I think.
nice.
So yeah, I'll have to check it out and see what it's like. Yeah, because I do love some Total War, like medieval Total War back in the day. Like the I don't know if it was number 2 or not. I can't remember. That game was the bomb. Rome Total War.
Oh, yeah, that's sort
so
of like
good.
in that sort of period when you play computer games.
Yeah, Rome Total War was amazing.
I used to play Shadow the Horned Rat and Dark Omen. They were like the fantasy version of Dawn of War.
Oh, cool. Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good fun. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Gene Stealer's on the way,
Yes.
and it's a good book because it doesn't seem like it's just stupidly broken or anything like that.
No.
Like there's still Gene Stealer cults. Like you still just breathe on them and they'll all die. But yeah, they've obviously like upped their offensive power and like they still have lots of tricks, which that's what they are. Like they're a tricksy army.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I got them in the first place.
Exactly.
All these really funny little things they can do.
There's a new thing in the book. It is probably one of my favorite mechanics, like in the whole game at the moment. Like pre-game, you select a piece of terrain and it loses all its keywords and gains the difficult ground. Yeah. I love that. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Because there's something in the Tyranny book too where like you can corrupt a certain bit of terrain or something.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I love mechanics like that. Like,
but how the whole point is you have your army, but you sort of like you're actually building your army with like all the tricks and the traps and stuff built into the army.
Yeah,
so like
totally.
Relying on strategy
Exactly.
and stuff through the game.
You pay the points.
Yeah.
And you can do all the.
Instead of getting to turn 2 and you got no CP.
You got no
and that's it, all your tricks
CP.
are gone.
Yeah. Well, they have heaps of good stratagems still. Like they've got one to like basically overcharge weapons and do double damage or not double damage, but extra damage.
Extra damage and extra chance to wound and that sort of stuff.
Like fight last and all that kind of stuff. So I think you'll still be like using lots of CP, but it won't be that thing anymore where you run out and you just can't do anything. Like,
exactly right.
Which was what it was before.
You still run out and die, but you're gonna like kill some stuff on the way
exactly.
and hopefully do enough to win the game.
Yeah, but I think in like a competitive sphere they'll be really good because they just play the mission so well. Like when you've got clumps of fast. Well, I don't know how fast they are, but
they can be pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because you got Gene Stealers who can advance and charge.
Yeah.
Then you got the Acolytes who can advance and charge with a stratagem.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And
So they'll play the primary really well.
Yeah.
But secondaries, like what better army to do engage and retrieve with? Even the new retrieve where you're gonna have
new chapter approved rules.
where you roll for it and you have like X number of models. You just take like a 5-man thing of whatever the cheapest unit is.
Yeah.
And you can do all sorts of things. Like you can deep strike and come within 6.
Yes.
But you can't charge. But if you're doing an action, you're not charging anyway.
Right.
So that's amazing. That's awesome.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So Rattlander goes by Adam and he's going to dip into Tau. Good choice.
Nice.
Tau, very cool. That was my first competitive army, Tau.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a combat army or something?
It was.
So how did that work? Obviously Tau were very different back in the day.
The game was very different back in the day.
Yeah.
Because basically you had a 30-inch rapid fire weapon.
Yeah.
But rapid fire was only 12-inch range.
Just regardless of the range.
But when you played in 3rd edition, you only killed what you could actually kill in your range. So if you rapid fire, you can only kill within 12.
Yeah.
And you could only literally charge 12 inches a turn.
Yeah, okay.
So you get all your army within 12.
Yeah.
Kill all the stuff within 12, they couldn't charge you.
No.
It was yeah.
That's amazing.
It was a funny addition back then.
Yeah.
And especially because I reckon railguns are probably just as deadly back than they were now because back in the old, say, Lascan would wound a land raider on a 6 and glance it on a 5.
Yeah.
Whereas like your railguns would like wound a land raider on a 5 and 6 and glance it on a 4.
Yeah, okay, nice.
So it was a lot more deadly,
yeah. Wasn't there a thing like if you doubled the toughness of something, you just destroyed
just
it?
killed it, yeah. So because you was running strength 10, which was very uncommon back in the day.
Yeah.
You were just killing stuff left, right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so all these new tower not leaks, like releases or whatever, like rail guns and the storm surge gun. This 12 damage and D6 plus 6 and ignore involves. Like, that's obviously pretty scary and very cool. But, back in previous editions, there were like D weapons or whatever they were, where you just, if you wounded something, they just died.
Yeah, it was a chance to get sucked into the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So,
like your little template landed on, was just like, zoop, and just gone,
So, that's going to be interesting. But I'm not sure what they're going to do with knights, because as knights coming up against those weapons, you have no chance.
Exactly.
You have absolutely no chance. Like, 2 railguns are just going to kill a knight.
Exactly.
In one turn.
And you can't hide behind terrain.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly. You can't hide. You have no invul. There's literally nothing you can do.
Exactly right. I'm sure that'll be something.
I think it's -4, so maybe if you have a 2-up save, you could. Oh no, it's -6 actually. Yeah, so you would definitely get. You would actually. Ignore that.
Yes, I agree, Albert. I reckon Daz should bring back the old gaming channel. Otherwise, he lives in Upper Whoop now, so he doesn't have any good internet connection.
Oh no! Did Daz have a gaming channel? What did Daz play?
I think it was most of us just failing to actually do anything in games because we were just so crap at it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll show the link because it was pretty funny what we used to do.
That's awesome.
Because there was a have you heard of Rust?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it was like a zombie apocalypse sort of game.
Yeah.
H1Z1.
Oh,
a long time ago, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like after DayZ came out. It was like based on DayZ, wasn't it?
I think the guy who made PUBG, he came from DayZ into H1Z1 and made the Battle Royale game.
Okay.
But it was actually a survival game as well.
Yeah.
And we're just so crap. Like, I've always been pretty average at 3D first-person shooters, but the fact it was so bad was just so funny. Yeah.
Oh, I'm terrible at first-person shooters as well. Like, anything that's like you have to aim or move or is like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, lots of movement. I'm just so crap.
Yeah, same here.
But games where there's like turns and you can just like stop and you're not like actually moving. Like Warhammer, like I'm much more suited to those games because like my dexterity is just woeful.
I'm exactly the same.
I've always been that person that like in the Counter-Strike team or I was playing Apex Legends for a bit. Like I was just always the one getting flamed for like being the last one alive and just like doing something stupid and just dying.
I'd always be the last one alive in our team. I'd be like sitting in the bush somewhere, just cracking myself, thinking, "Oh God, I'm gonna let the team down."
Yeah.
I didn't mind World of Warships actually, but that wasn't bad. It was a bit slow, so I sort of gave up on it. Have you ever played World of Warships?
No, I've seen it. It looks cool.
It is cool, but it's very slow.
I was on the War Thunder train for a little bit. That is a fun game. I didn't do the battleships in it. I just did the tanks, but the tanks are pretty cool.
Yeah,
but,
I like the old world of tanks.
Yeah.
Been trying to play MechWarrior online with Pete.
Yeah, nice.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I just haven't had time to really get into it that much, to be honest.
Yeah, love a bit of MechWarrior. Yeah.
We've got a question from Daz again. Thank you, Daz, for bringing the questions up. Toughest character unit in 40k at the moment? I'm going to say at the moment it's going to be Dave.
True. Before he gets the new book, he
is
unkillable.
epic. I love Dave so much.
It depends. Like toughest to kill, I would say is apart from Dave, is oh god, who would it be? There's a couple actually. Makari, oh my god, yes.
Makari.
Yeah, Makari is very annoying. Yeah, 2-up.
The unkillable grot.
Yeah, the new, I don't know his name, is the named character in the new Custodes book. He is like very insanely hard to kill.
It's not the chapter master, is it someone else?
His name's like Trojan Valor.
Yeah, he's pretty tough.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's a few tough ones.
There is.
Val's pretty hard to kill.
She's hard to kill.
Yeah.
And because you got bodyguard rule from the Sacrosancts, it makes her even harder.
Yeah, exactly. And she fights twice.
And halves damage, I believe. Yeah. And Miracle dies, so if she fails a save or
Yeah.
you want to make a save, you just miracle dice.
I find the any units that are like like Nightbringer or Gaz who only take like X amount of wounds a phase, like because I don't have a psychic phase with Templars, like that they can be quite hard to take down because you normally have to sort of like sacrifice a unit to kill it in combat.
Yeah, Gaz is a bit different, but Nightbringer is. Oh, lost connection. And I've lost connection to you. Oh, just slowly out. Oh, that says we're live on YouTube, so
nice.
might be just
Just
my tablet playing up.
tablet, yeah.
But yeah, I found Nightbringer is just not.
He's too expensive.
He's way too expensive, yeah.
Oh, actually, this was something I was hoping would come up, and I think you should do a future video on this, like just like a review on the Necron Codex, and just like talk about how you would change certain things, or like almost like a wish list for it.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Like if you could do Codex Necrons, 1.5 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I might look into doing something like that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things. I mean, they obviously got the new core things, which helps a lot. But there's still like a lot of things in the book that it sort of feels like a throwback to 8th edition a little bit. Not that I played 8th edition, but lots of like D3 damage and
Yeah,
D3
100%.
shots
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah. They're sort of phasing out a lot more with like
Yeah.
damage 2 or damage 2, and you can like
Yeah.
increase it with CP or something like that.
Exactly, yeah. And I think they definitely got shafted on a lot of their big guns not having like D3 plus 3 and stuff like that. Like like I'd love to see a gun like the railgun in a Necron army. Like I'd love to see like a Doomsday cannon do like flat 6
Yeah,
damage.
exactly.
2 shots like flat 6
Yeah.
damage or something like that. Like that'd be awesome.
Or even just like 2d3 shots in the way it is now, just to make it a bit more reliable.
Exactly. Yeah. D6 into D6 damage is
Yeah,
just
it's
not
not
great.
great.
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
Just put something in chat if we're still here, please, Daz. I'm getting a bit confused by what's going on. I think the tablet's having a bit of a fit, but it looks like we're still live. I might pop something in the chat. Are we still here? Although still speaking of what I'm doing in next year, what you're going to be doing a Oh, okay. Daz has gone to watch him Ron Jeremy apparently. Fair enough.
Watch what?
Ron Jeremy.
What?
There's always crossover in jokes going on here at the moment between the channels.
Yeah, we are. I think. Nice. Yeah.
Favourite snack while gaming? I don't really snack too much when I game.
Yeah, you get the dust on the models.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely coffee.
Yeah,
Or coffee or beer,
Yeah.
depending on the time of day.
I'm big time coffee whilst gaming. Yeah.
Daz is cooking tea, okay.
Yeah.
So everything went very quiet all of a sudden. My tablet started freaking out, so I was a bit worried there for a second. I don't know, just chips. Sometimes chips in general is pretty good.
Yeah.
But you normally have a bit of a break for we normally eat before we start playing, don't we?
Yeah. I think it's like a courtesy, especially if you're gonna like potentially touch someone else's stuff. But GG though, I don't like their pizzas are just so cheap, so I have to get a pizza one of them.
Pizza and beer or something. Yeah. But normally have a bit of a meal because it's such a long game. You sort of
you need the sustenance to get through it. And if you're getting like an ass beating, sometimes it's nice to have like at least something you're enjoying.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So Daz is having teriyaki chicken with stir fry veggies. That sounds right. Yeah. Very nice.
Beautiful. Actually, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner.
Oh, I didn't have dinner already.
No, I'm a late dinner person. Daz and I generally eat pretty late.
I'm at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh really? Oh wow, jeez.
Just used to getting up early and that sort of stuff.
True. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, I got off track now. I was asking you what you're doing. You're doing some exciting stuff for this year, aren't you?
Yeah. So, got some new models. Haven't put them together yet, but starting Eldar.
Very cool.
Because
you've got a pretty good army for your Space Marines, really, don't you? You just got to sort of get a bit of painting done.
For Space Marines?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I've always like I haven't been in the hobby that long.
No.
So I guess I'm like a little bit behind in that aspect. Like, and I never played when I was a kid or anything, so I never had like, models already done or anything like that. But in the last year, I think I've put more emphasis on the playing part than the actual hobbying part.
Yeah, which is really easy to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, because I love the game. Like, I love playing it.
Yeah.
So, sort of, given the choice of, like, using the time to either play or hobby, I think I've chosen play just to, like, try and get a bit better.
Yeah,
and,
understandable, yeah.
I love trying out lists, etc. So, yeah, I'd like to finish off some of the marine stuff. It's sort of painted to a very, very low, like, tabletop quality. It's sort of like the first few steps of, like, the finished scheme. It's basically like the groundwork.
Yeah.
So I will finish it eventually, but I'm, pretty keen to start a new army. Like, I feel like Space Marines is a good army to learn on.
Oh, 100%.
Like, learn the game on. And it's, especially when they're not, like, they're obviously good, but they're not like, just an auto win army either. Like, I don't think that's a good thing to learn on. I know they definitely were in previous editions, like End of 8th. They were just like, when you're giving all your tanks like re-rolls to hits and stuff, like it just gets a bit wild.
There's a lot of discussion about that in 8th because basically kids would come into like a game shop with their spaceman army and just like no one would play them because there was no point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna start Eldar. Like, they've got a new book coming. I've always loved. It hasn't been announced, but it's gonna come pretty. I think it'll be maybe the next one announced after Tower goes. Yeah. So I've always loved the models. Like, I thought they were pretty cool in Dawn of War and stuff like that. But there's been lots of like rules leaks and I don't know. I think they just like suit the way that I would like to play the game. Like, they're very fast.
Yes.
They have like diverse threats. Like, they have got a bit of shooting. They have some melee. Very strong psychic phase. Templars, I did love when they had the index, like before they got the codex, and I think they actually suited the way that I imagine the game.
They're a lot more maneuverable.
Yeah, exactly.
The base and
the way the game in my head is played. I think that sort of resonated with me more.
Yeah.
Now they're much more static. And I just don't feel like I click with them at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah.
I think new Eldar, or even current Eldar, like once I get some models set up, like I just feel like, fast zoomy things, is just the way I'd like to play a bit more.
That's like when Space went from the index to the 9th edition codex. It was a big transition, and that's where I sort of got a bit funny about, because especially after like the Necrons went from 8th edition to the new codex was very different.
Yeah, for sure.
And because it was like a sort of new codex, there wasn't really anything too crazy in there.
Well, you've barely played the Wolves over the last year, like.
I do play. I bring them out and have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Not so much on the channel recently, but I do love them still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
and they're just so combat orientated. Just
exactly. And the models are amazing.
They are.
The models are just fantastic. I think if you were going to run like a full Firstborn army, I'd either do like Space Wolves or Dark Angels. Like, just the sculpts are so sick.
Even Blood Angels are pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah, or Blood Angels. Like, it's just lots of Sandguard and stuff. Like, looking forward to Eldar. Like, obviously as like a big faction, like there's lots of models, like lots of ways to play them. I love the Wraith stuff, the
Wraith constructs are so cool.
I know, like they just look, there's something about it, just those big heads, they look kind of weird, but they're just cool. And apparently they're going to be decent in the new book, so I'm hoping to get enough Wraith stuff that I can run like a full Wraith list. Like, I've got a couple of Wraith Lords, and as of today, I've got a Wraith Knight.
Oh,
as well.
exactly.
So I'm thinking like like a vanguard with a wraith knight. Actually, I probably would have no CP if I did that. But
you're getting the codex. CP doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, just like lots of wraith blades. Sorry, and a few wraith guard and some wraith lords and knights and all sorts of wraith things.
Cool.
Yeah. So it'll be fun, I reckon.
Roger's just asking about any competitions coming up. We actually have a competition hopefully coming up in March.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a team event. Myself and Lewis will be on the team with Pete.
Yeah.
So by the time it comes around, we'll be playing God knows what at that point.
Yeah. Jeez.
I was going to play Necrons. You're going to play Black Templars, and Pete's going to play Orcs.
We all have new armies.
Everything's going on at the moment.
New armies.
New armies coming out. So
Pete, hopefully Pete's partner isn't watching this, but whilst she was away in England, Pete acquired a whole new army of demons.
That's right, demon army.
So who knows? There might even be some new demon stuff by then.
Might be Tyranids, Eldar, and demons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be cool. I tell you what, I reckon. Tyranids obviously would be great.
Yeah.
I reckon Gene Stealers would be an awesome team's army.
They would be, yeah.
If you came up against something that just didn't have many models, say like Knights or even Space Marines, I feel like you just destroy them.
Well, even something, because one of the guys who plays in tournaments, actually runs a lot of tournaments, James Stewart, plays like his Iron Hands list. If you come up against Gene Stealer cults and half your army's not even on the board,
exactly,
and the half that's on the board you can't see,
exactly.
you're just going to waste your entire first turn shooting.
I reckon Gene Stealers will be, especially with these new missions, they'll do some things.
I've got a fair bit of them already painted up, and most I've got to paint. It's not much more work. Very excited for Eldar. Like, all the leaks have been very solid. It basically seems like everything in the book is getting an upgrade. Which, all the weapons are going up. The Star Bright Lance, is going up to D3+3, and there's just so many like little models that you can put, Bright Lances on. Like, I'm sure it'll end up sort of like a Raider thing. Like a Raider spam,
spam thing, yeah. Because, War Walkers can take 2 of them, and you can take 9 War Walkers, and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, so they've got some really good shooting. Like, I think they'll probably end up more of a shooty army. Like, Fire Prisms are going to be insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Howling Banshees though. I'm going to have lots of Howling.
I've always had a soft spot for striking Scorpions.
Exactly. Yeah,
they've got a bit of a I saw some rules leaks for them, and they're pretty cool.
Well, apparently they're going to get new models as well. So no, I think they'll be decent. Yeah, they'll be good.
All right. Any other questions in the chat? We might wrap up soon because I've been going for a bit over an hour. We might do a bit more of a I don't know. What would you call it? Concise sort of stream next time, where we might talk about something more specific.
What kind of topic? Yeah, we could talk about.
We might just talk about crap again. I don't know.
We'll definitely need to do one in the lead up to the teams event, I think.
Yeah, we'll definitely do something like that. Yeah, get Pete on here as well.
Yeah, give away all our secrets
before we play. Up pretty tight in the old.
Yeah.
But, I could talk 40k all day, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
Because I was just saying the other day, like, having the kids and that sort of stuff on work, and now sort of getting to the point where it's like a bit more calmed down.
Yeah.
Definitely,
yeah. No, I'm 1 year into it, I'm still very excited and into the hobby. Like,
exactly.
I'm often just like spamming the chat with questions or stupid stuff. I don't know,
Yeah, I feel like the old fella sometimes who's been there, done that. That's what I think.
No. You're still taking names though.
Tried to. Yeah. I just find like I don't like copying in the meta.
Yeah.
And as soon as I do it, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore because everybody else is doing it. It's
totally
weird.
Well, that's the good thing about, I guess, the state Necrons were in. Like there wasn't much to really base a list on.
There was
sort of nothing.
There was nothing at all.
So you kind of have to sort of do your own experimentation and
Like, it's nice to get like an army bonus like core and like it destroys and that sort of stuff, and it's like, oh, then it's just like an easy sort of win, I suppose. Like,
Yeah.
like not an easy win in like the actual game, but it's an easy path to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably did just need a little bit of a touch up. I think that was definitely warranted.
Yeah.
Like they just barely had any core units.
They had nothing basically.
Yeah. And it's funny, before they got that, I didn't realise how important core actually was to Necrons, because there's a few like vital interactions with core, and I think, you know, even just like the Technomancer being able to res a destroyer is like super good.
It is, bring back a 55-point model or whatever, or a 35-point score pack, or it's pretty crazy.
Totally. Just sort of like opens up the ways you can play the game a little bit. Like, you know, even being able to like Veil of Darkness one is, you know, quite handy. Yeah.
Oh, 100%, Yeah, I still think Necron should be like a base for a codex where like you don't get core on much stuff and nothing really synergizes a huge amount of everything else. Yeah. Like you also got to, you know, pick things here and there where it's like there's some hard choices.
Totally.
Instead of just taking like, you know, I'll take Coldest Strife, Succubus with some witches, and then I now they're nerfed to exit. You know, you can't take them anymore, so take something out.
It would, like, I would have liked to have seen a bit of like the book being constructed in a way where you do sort of have like, you know, you can take a destroyer cult. Yeah. You can take like a, I don't even know what you call it, like just a dynasty thing for like your warriors and overlords and stuff, and then you can take a canoptic thing as well, and kind of get that coven cult cabal kind of vibe to it. Because it's like a cool vibe to the Drukhari,
especially after seeing like, and also like the Dark Angels too. It's like the Deathwing,
Greenwing. Exactly. Oh my god, yes.
It just fits so nicely, like the Destroyer cult and the Canoptic, and then like, you know, like a Royal Court or something like that, where you have your immortals and that sort of thing together. But a lot of armies could benefit from that, I reckon, as well.
Well, yeah, for sure. I would definitely like. I'm not a huge fan of supplements. No. But I would love to see a Necron supplement. Like, I think at this point they probably like deserve it. Yeah. Like, you know, they were the first book to come out. Yeah. Along with Space Marines, and you know, some armies have had like 2 or 3 supplements now. You know, it's like. Well,
you look at like Admech and Drukhari. They've got a supplement day one pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just like. Oh god, yeah, it's a whole other conversation. It is, like you know, like a destroyer cult, army of renown, or you know, like a specific dynasty getting some stratagems or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know how Leviathan has got their own little supplements.
Was even like Sister's got another one for Bloody Bros, like another bloody bone.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, they've got one for Martyred Lady and Bloody Rose.
Exactly
now.
right.
It's just like, what? It's just ridiculous.
It's like they did not need that to begin with. Looks like chat's all about Roger's curried sausages.
Ooh, yum.
What sort of curried sausage? Are you making it from scratch, Roger, or just having like a packet mix or something? Now my tablet's gone funny again. It seems to go in and out of Wi-Fi. Yeah. We might give up on the tablet. We'll get rid of that. We'll go into the old phone. Sorry, I'm being very technically disadvantaged at the moment.
Yeah. So there's all these like, just seeing what's on your phone. There's all these like model leaks for Eldar, and it's just like, oh my god, how am I going to fund all this?
It gets a bit crazy sometimes.
I think I'm just going to have to wait until people buy it and realise they don't want it or need it or whatever, and then just buy it secondhand. Like,
it was like when the Orc book got nerfed and just everything got Biceps still got flooded with like all the Orc stuff, which is you couldn't even take it anymore. They're not using it.
Exactly. It's pretty brutal. Like, you know, like James has said about his I don't know what the planes are called for Drukhari, but you know, you just can't use the third one. Void Raven.
Void Raven, yeah.
Like, he has 3 and he just can't use the third one.
Can't allowed to. It's not like it's a points increase or a CP increase. Just can't use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can use it in, you know, open war games, but
yeah, true, but
But I mean,
But you wouldn't want to use in an open war game anyway.
Exactly.
Three bombers there.
Yeah, exactly. So
biggest 40k purchase regret. I wouldn't say I've got any real regrets in 40k purchases.
Oh God, what is mine? Well, I mean, they're cool models, but I do regret buying a box of Terminators, like just the normal ones.
Oh, normal ones,
yeah. like I got those in. I don't know. Like this was when I was sort of early on in it. They're just not. They don't do anything. They're just bad.
They are.
They're like the assault ones. Like I've got 2 boxes of those and like love them. I love assault Terminators. Actually, that's one thing with Templars. Like why I don't like the book that much is like. I love just having like a blob of 10 Terminators and just like devout pushing it like all over the board and advance and charging it and stuff.
Crazy.
And and they were just unkillable as well.
They were,
I just can't do that.
You can't do it anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean they're still unkillable, but they just don't kill anything in return because they're just so slow. I
definitely regret a lot of stuff I haven't bought though. Like, there's some stuff where like you go to buy it, or like you think about it like 3 months ahead. And if you go, I know we'll buy that, and it's like out of stock. And it's like 9 months before it comes back into stock. Like that was like the fun with cables. Like I'll get another 3 of them.
Yeah.
I had to wait so long for them to come back into stock. It was crazy.
Yeah. This is something I regret not buying. Not really. I'm generally pretty trigger happy when it comes to buying second-hand stuff. Like
between second-hand, or even like a lot of places like selling stuff cheaper. Like you go like Gap Games or whatever, which are kind of a sponsor.
Yeah.
You can just buy it when you really need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to. There's no need for Warhammer really, is there, to be honest. But like if you need something for your army that's coming for a tournament, just go, I'll just buy that now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like if it's like $100, you can go like, I'll put it on an afterpay.
I was gonna say by the time you afterpay it, it's just like
it's like $25 a fortnight. It's like you don't.
It's almost free. Really.
Basically.
That's what I keep telling myself.
It's like I spend more than on beer a fortnight, more easily.
Oh, totally. Oh my god, yes.
That's another thing. Like people say, "Oh, one was expensive," but like it's not really.
Yeah.
The resale value, you're getting basically like 80% of your money back if you want to sell it off. Like
for something that obviously takes a lot of someone's got to sculpt it, and then they like the detail that it's like molded to, and just the quality of the components and stuff. It's something that you also just have forever if you wanted to.
You have it forever.
It'll just always be there. Like that I don't know, High Marshal Hilbrecht or whatever. Like he is just always going to be there unless he like melts in the sun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like a night out on the town or whatever. Like you'll probably forget that after it's happened.
Exactly. Well, it's even go-karting,
like hundreds of dollars on it.
I did like an 8-week go-karting sort of like championship, and that was like $55 a week, and you come out of it and you got nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
basically.
Exactly.
You got good memories and stuff, but
yeah.
Like I got models down there from when I won the tournament, in 2003, whatever it was.
Oh wow. The tower ones.
That's awesome. Not many of them, but I got a few of them left from when I didn't sell them off and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But you can just keep it forever and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Protoss or Zerg?
I was Protoss because they were easy to play. Zerg I found kind of confusing.
I was Zerg all the way. I love Zerg.
I didn't play 1, but I came in 2. What I was saying before about like dexterity and reaction times and anything where there's actual live action happening.
Yeah.
I was so bad at StarCraft 2.
Oh, okay.
Like out of any video game I've ever played, StarCraft 2. I was total shit.
Oh, really? That's probably my best game ever.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nice.
I
was decent at it. I wasn't brilliant, but
a guy I played basketball with, he was like sponsored and I guess like semi-pro at it, and used to go to like Taiwan to play tournaments and stuff. Like, but he would play it like all day, just all day, and he was I miss StarCraft 2 actually because I used to watch a lot of it on YouTube. That game, watching that at the highest level is insane. Like it's actually insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably like under 40k, not like a super expert at it, but I played like a team and that sort of stuff.
Oh, nice.
And it was just fun. Like,
yeah.
That was probably my outlet for like gaming.
Yeah.
In the day when like between like 40k and when I stopped and now. But
Did you ever come across it was a pro guy that played Zerg, Idra?
Oh yeah,
he's just like the saltiest guy of all time.
And PLO and that sort of stuff.
I used to love I think his name was Boxer. I think he was a Korean guy. I used to play Terran.
Terran, yeah, he was crazy.
Man, he did some awesome stuff.
Oh, what was his name? He used to play Protoss.
Yeah.
It'll come to me eventually.
Yeah.
He was like the really out there sort of player. Like he would just do like weird ass shit and just win tournaments.
Yeah.
He was like a Russian, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, you must know him if you.
Oh god.
I'll look him up.
Yeah, but no, I went Protoss because I found with Marines like I could just never like optimize my build.
I could never win. Marines were just so like intensive, like clicking around.
Like micro.
Yeah.
But I found with Protoss, at least if you had some stalkers, is that what they're called? Stalkers?
Yeah.
Like, they could at least like shoot flying stuff, and a couple of times with Marines, I just find like if I just didn't build the right thing or like counter what my opponent was playing, I was just completely screwed. Like, not able to shoot like flying stuff. Like, but I played it at like the very, very low level.
I think he might not be around anymore. They're still making like 80 grand American.
Oh, nice. God, they'd have to be doing StarCraft 3 soon, surely.
You'd think so.
Yeah. No, StarCraft was good.
Oh, it's going to absolutely bug me now until I find out what his name is. He was such a funny player to watch.
Yeah. When did StarCraft 1 come out? Like, I wonder if there's...
I think it was 96 or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure something like that. I used to play that pretty full on as well.
Yeah. Do you think there was a lot of, like, drawing influence from Warhammer, or, like, for the aesthetic of it, or...
I don't know if it was one way or the other, or it was a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was...
I've heard, like, when Zerg hit the scene... The next wave of Tyranid models to come out looked very similar.
Very similar. Like you look at like the Hydra disc, it looks so much like the Venom Fraps.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely like a bit of crossover happening there.
So I can't even look up Husky StarCraft anymore because I think he's deleted his channel.
Oh my god, Husky's channel nowadays is just terrible.
Oh, okay.
It's like just really like clickbaity. Like he came back to YouTube and just like started doing like react videos with his girlfriend and stuff. It's just the worst.
Hang on, Idra? Is that it?
No, Idra's the Zerg guy.
He's the Zerg guy. We're just talking about Idra.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, where is he?
Yeah. No, there's some like really good videos of Idra just raging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll find out one day who his name was. We'll come to be at like 12 o'clock at night or something.
Oh, actually, a StarCraft tabletop game would be amazing.
Don't think they did. I think they might have done like a board game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was a bit.
Yeah.
It was a bit weird.
An actual like tabletop war game would be amazing.
Hype for the new rumored fantasy. Oh, the old world. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing the old world. If it's going to be like, what they call it? Horus Heresy.
Okay. Are they actually doing old world?
Yeah. It's been. Well, that's been around for about 3 years now. I think the sort of. I think it's going to be like a Forge World sort of.
Okay. Yeah, I have not seen anything about it. Like, it's not really talked about.
No.
I
think I asked like about 2 years ago when I first got back into 40k. Or about 2.5 years ago about what the old one was, and the game shops and stores said nothing really. No information.
Yeah. So I know like the original fantasy stuff, like the rules just seem so complicated. Like there's a lot of rules for it, but I guess like there's a lot of rules for current 40k too. Like,
well, it's like the rules aren't that complicated, but all the extra bits.
Like all the stratagems and stuff. Like that's why learning what other factions do at the moment is like really like kind of annoying because there's just rules everywhere.
Yeah. I think I might have found it, maybe. Huck.
Huck?
Huck, that might be
It
it.
definitely rings a bell.
Oh, yeah, it might be one of them, but I'm not too sure.
So, talking about stratagems, is this a question?
Oh, thank you, Brendan. Thanks for hanging around with us, even though you got no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people like complain about, that 40k is too complicated, which it is. Like, there's so much to remember, so many stratagems and stuff. So was it
White Ra? There we go, White Ra. Okay,
Oh, nice.
I'm happy now.
That also rings a bell.
Yeah, he was like weird. Yeah, it's awesome.
So was it like the middle of 8th? They just got rid of all the like books and stuff like that, and basically started again with the rules.
I think
something like that?
8th edition came out, and they had the indexes for every race, so everything just got reset, which they do occasionally every now and again.
Yeah.
I don't reckon they'll do it for 10th edition. Sorry, I was looking down at something on the tablet, Darren. But yeah, they basically nuked the game from 7th and this. They got rid of armor values and that sort of thing, just all toughness and, that sort of, and facings and templates and that sort of thing. Yeah.
I mean, I'd find that kind of stuff enjoyable, but just like more stuff to slow down.
Templates were just dumb.
Yeah,
they were dumb. Yeah.
And just more like contentious stuff at the table. Like,
exactly.
As is, like, it's rare that you don't go a game where you don't like not have an argument, obviously, but like just like you don't know something, or like you sort of have to inquire about what the other person's actually doing,
or just like line of sight. Can I see?
Line of sight. I tell you, the biggest one is, especially, my God, playing the old Devout Push, is like the combat phase, like pile-ins, consolidates, like just stuff like that, because there's so many rules about what you can and can't do in that, and like just little things like you have to pile into the closest model, but if two models are equidistant, you can actually choose which one you pile into, and when you do that on the table, it just feels like you're cheating.
I find the charge phase where it's like a millimeter either way, it could be either in or out.
Yeah.
But it's such a big difference if you're in or out.
Exactly. I think judging on like how a game is actually going, like sometimes I'll just like give it like if it's like a little bit out, like I'll just say it's like in. If it's like they're getting smashed, or something like that, like, just to make it like a little bit more interesting, or like even like cocked dice and stuff like that. It's like it's.
It's just so much to talk about, isn't it? Like cocked dice. That's always a bit of a funny one.
Yeah.
I mean, you always play it one way or the other, I suppose, at the start of the game, and just sort of get
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Spud Bowl was very fun. That was a fun game. That was very rage-inducing.
Spud Bar?
Blood Bowl.
Blood
Bowl.
Spud Bar.
Sorry.
Blood Bowl looks really cool, actually. Yeah.
I don't know what I haven't played it in years and years and years, but
I didn't realise how old it was, actually.
Very old. I reckon it'd be like 98 or something. I reckon it'd be about then.
Yeah, a couple of the like offshoot games look really cool. Like Necromunda seems really cool. It's very like in depth. It's probably more of like a narrative game, but apparently the new Kill Team is really good. But I swear, Kill Team, it just never gets off the ground.
No
one actually plays it. Like I don't know anyone that's played it.
I think it's just like the day and age now. Just time is such a massive factor. Like,
exactly.
Just play one game and that's it, really.
Yeah, totally.
I know some older but we used to play like Blood Bowl, and then we'll go into like Necromunda, and then you have like a game of fantasy or whatever. Sometimes you play like a fantasy game that lasts like 8 hours.
Oh God!
You wouldn't even think of it. We have like 6 people, 3 aside, and playing fantasy all day. Like you had so much time.
Yeah. Who did you play in fantasy?
They're all, I don't know what they are now, but they don't play much anymore.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of like what we had now, like a group of about 10 or so guys.
Oh no, like what faction did you play?
Faction. Lizardman was probably my main one.
Oh yeah, nice.
That was just pretty solid. But I like Dark Elves.
Yeah.
That was probably my favourite.
Yeah, cool.
But there was a few. That was mainly Lizardman and Dark Elves. I started off with Orcs. That was my very first army of anything. And in Games Workshop. Yeah.
Lizardman seems like a bit of a fan favorite. Like you often see people looking for Lizardman models and stuff like that. I don't think Seraphim or whatever they're called in AOS. I feel like that didn't like hit home with the Lizardman fans. Yeah,
that was a very big change, and it was very fun. Like I came back and it was like, "Where's Fantasy gone?"
Yeah. If I was going to start AOS, I think I'd have to start Skaven, just because they still kind of look like the old school models a little bit, and they're just rat people. Like they're just cool.
They are. I think back in the day, Lizardman probably a bit more like a Space Marine sort of.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they were pretty tough. But they weren't like they were pretty cool, but they were a very solid sort of army.
Yeah.
Whereas now they got Stormcast, which is like literally space.
Yeah, literally. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. They're just Primaris with lightning bolts. Yeah.
That's a good point. Daz just put there. I got all these Lizardmen off him, so that's probably why I started Lizardman army back in the day because.
Oh yeah. Daz had him. Yeah.
Because Daz has sort of started armies and never had time to play and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brian just reminded me about the Chaos Dwarf army. That was so cool.
Chaos Dwarves. That is amazing. Oh my god.
Because you had Chaos Dwarves, but then they had like orcs as like their slaves. So
what?
Orcs and
that's sick. That's awesome. Why do they not have Chaos Dwarves in AOS?
I don't know.
They have Fire Slayers or whatever.
They had like big hats and stuff.
That's
so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I actually looked at trying to get a Chaos Dwarf army not long ago, but so expensive.
Yeah. I guess they're like antiques now.
Yeah, basically.
Jeez.
Like that big Chaos Dwarf Lord riding like a big bull.
Wings sick. And stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
No worries, Albert. Thanks for hanging around. I did say we're going to wrap up a while ago. We'll wrap it up now because we could just talk all night, and I think everyone's probably got sick of us talking.
Yeah.
But it was good to see everyone in the chat there. It's just us two talking into an old Samsung S7 phone. I was thinking about getting the lights out, and that's. I thought, oh god, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you just don't care about that sort of stuff. Like I actually unsubbed from well, not unsubbed, but I didn't renew my Tabletop Tactics.
Yeah. Oh, I stopped.
It's just too much. Like it's just cameras everywhere. It's like
it is a lot. Yeah.
I like looking at a game through the perspective like the people playing.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it got a bit much. And I think a lot of people when Bones left, like, just felt it wasn't the same.
No.
Yeah.
They needed to get someone in who could actually really play really well. I think.
Yeah. Like I do like the new presenter, Katie. Like I think she's cool, but definitely not like a strong player.
No, definitely not.
And I think that is probably someone that you want to be watching. You know what I mean? Like, I love watching people and like learning stuff from them. So
like I watch the Spider when he plays is pretty cool, but it just gets to the point where it's like he plays and he's just going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's no real challenge there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You already got like Beard who can just run around and you're like a maniac and carry on like an idiot. Then you got Chef who can sort of fit in between those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Spider is probably like the one of them that is actually like really good. Yeah.
But again, I think I like Winters too much, and also the other guys off DZTV because they can have a laugh, but then they can like become a bit serious.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Like they have some great bat reps. Like for sure. Yes.
But it sounds like Daz is pretty keen for some food challenges. Is there any food you don't like?
No, I eat basically anything. I don't love eggs.
Oh, okay.
That's like the only thing. Like I'll eat literally anything.
I have to get Uncle Foo's quail eggs.
Are they like the 1,000-year-old eggs or whatever? Or?
Yeah, no, they're nothing like that. I've got a video on here somewhere where I ate the Uncle Foo's quail eggs. I'll have to show you.
Were they bad or?
No, you have to watch it.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah. No, food challenge would be good. Yeah, as long as it's not eggs.
You could even just do something like so you want to do like an eating fast food meal challenge.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Daz and I normally do what we do? We did like a Hungry Jack's meal, where like we halves like a family meal.
Yeah.
See how fast we can eat it. We didn't eat very fast.
Yeah. No, I've been following along. with Tazdaz a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Will It Toasty.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
100%.
back when I lived at home, like when I was in college, like I just Toasty like stir fry and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, it just really speaks to me. Does.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to love the old, I love the Willet Toasties. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, no, Will It Toasty is good. Yeah.
Well, we have the Willet Toasty.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the Will It Toasty of I think it was like a Hungry Jack's burger or something. That was like actually, like I do want to try that. But it might have been a Big Mac.
It might be, I think it might be a Big Mac or a quarter pounder or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds right, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
We'll work something out.
yeah, no, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a game of Warhammer.
Well, there we go. When you're on holidays, Days, we'll have to work something out. Have to come up to the Rolfus studio instead of the Tasday studio, and we can work out some 40k. Why don't we get Brian around, have a bit of a 40k bash?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, first live stream for the year.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, ever really.
Whatever, yeah, true. Yeah, I guess we haven't done a live stream before, have we? Yeah. So there you go.
But definitely have to make it some sort of fortnightly thing. And
Yeah.
hopefully you'll be able to join me, but if not, it'll be myself or another guest or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, here's some different perspectives.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear Regan talk about fists. And what he wants to see from the new fist book if it ever happens, which I mean it will one day. But,
What did you put in the group chat? The fun fist.
the fun fist.
He wants to
It's
run
like, oh no.
Instead of run the fist, he wants some fun fist.
Oh no. Yes. No. Yeah.
It's like when Brian and I it must have been like 20 something years ago. Instead of meeting up, I said let's meet up, like in MEA.
Oh yeah.
So every time we're going to have like a catch up, we say whatever meet up.
Oh no. Oh no.
I love a good in joke, and I love that sort of stuff. Good fun.
Oh dear. Yes.
Don't know how to stop this thing now. All right.
Cool.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging
find a
out.
way to stop
We'll find out how to stop it. We're going to
Cool.
go to the other camera.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you later. Thanks for hanging out with us.